Today, we'll talk about Stripe, the $20 billion startup that drives Apple, Amazon, and Facebook. With just 7 lines of code and a great idea, 2 brothers from rural Ireland totally revolutionized online payments. So, how did they go from a small-scale startup to a dominating force in the financial industry? Stripe Inc. is an Irish-American software-as-a-service (SaaS) firm with offices in both San Francisco and Dublin, Ireland, that offers an online financial service. The company is backed by more than 30 investors, including 14 lead investors, while PayPal, Square, and Adyen are its top competitors. Stripe was founded by Irish brothers John and Patrick Collison in Palo Alto, California in 2009. Patrick was working on several side projects at the time, and they discussed why accepting payments over the internet was so difficult. They set out to solve the problem and see if it could be made as simple as possible. They had their first transactions with a company called 280 North within 2 weeks of building the prototype. Stripe's first customer, Ross Boucher, would eventually become one of the company's first employees. At that time, they weren't sure how big the market was or if they could deliver the user experience they desired at first. They also didn't know if they could fully address issues like fraud, non-US payments, and solving similar problems to PayPal but in a more user-friendly manner. Over the next 6 months, they worked on it, showed it to friends, and observed how people interacted with it. After 6 months, they realized they were onto something big and that they could create the desired user experience. In the fall of 2010, both John and Patrick began full-time work on it. Although the company was still bootstrapped, the founders realized that as a payment startup, they would require institutional credibility, which an investor could provide. Patrick was named CEO, and John became president. Initially, Stripe started partnering with a payments company, but as they became more serious about it, they realized that the only way to fully control the entire experience was to control all aspects of the process. So, everything was brought inside. Stripe's rapid growth also allowed it to purchase its first business. Stripe had become so popular by 2016 that other fintech behemoths followed suit. Stripe's product lineup grew at an unprecedented rate over the next few years. This was fueled not only by the large sums of money its founders were able to raise, but also by the company's developer-first culture. The year 2020, in particular, was a huge success for the company. Coronavirus caused an explosion in online sales, forcing established businesses to adapt to online sales while increasing revenue from existing customers. Stripe now works with over 1 million businesses around the world. Lyft, Facebook, DoorDash, Shopify, Indiegogo, Amazon, and Apple have all signed deals with Stripe now. In fact, Stripe now intends to expand throughout Asia, including in Japan, China, and India. Its goal is to increase employee numbers by 40%. It has recently announced the formation of a new crypto team as well, in order to aid in the development of Web 3.0 payments in the future. Now, you must be thinking, how does Stripe work? Stripe is basically a payment service provider, PSP, that allows business owners to collect payments, including recurring payments, and instantly transfer them to their own account. The company primarily offers payment processing software and application programming interfaces, APIs, for e-commerce websites and mobile applications. It's ideal for small businesses and new businesses. The company wants to help more businesses get started and grow the internet's GDP. In simpler words, it allows you to transfer money from a customer's bank account into your business's account by way of a credit or debit card transaction, while the company takes a fee of 2.9% plus 30 cents for processing the payment and checking for fraud. Facebook, for example, uses its software to approve online fees and manage complex global strategies. Its primary channel is its website, where it advertises and makes its offering available for use. Stripe Dashboard, a mobile application, is also available for clients to access the service. Stripe's client relationship is primarily of a self-benefit, robotized nature. Clients use the service through the primary stage while having restricted cooperation with representatives. Moving towards its business and revenue model, Stripe's business model entails maintaining a standard platform that enables transactions between 2 groups, vendors and buyers. Stripe offers secure, fast, and simple online transactions for businesses as it can be incorporated into mobile applications and websites. The company's payment platform is designed to make the process of facilitating online transactions easier, and thus to boost online growth. Furthermore, Stripe provides fraud prevention and banking infrastructure to facilitate payments over the web. Only Stripe has access to the information, and it doesn't allow access to its customers' information. This demonstrates that the app is secure and lowers the risk. On the other hand, the revenue model of Stripe is very simple, which involves charging customers a fixed and variable fee for each successful transaction. Since the beginning, the revenue model has remained consistent. The company offers various packages for various products, and for each transaction, it charges a 2.9 or 0.30% fee. This is a fixed amount that is applied to each successful transaction made on their website. The company adds 1% to international transactions, bringing the total to 3.9%. In addition to making its money from payment processing fees, Stripe also offers other products and services. Other sources of income include company incorporation services for startups, fees on premium support, interchange fees, interest on loans, customized plans, profits from startup investments, or access to certain software products. Each of the services included in the integrated package is charged differently by Stripe. Now let's take a look at some facts and figures. Stripe is used by over 2.8 million websites worldwide, giving them a 5% market share for every website on the internet in the payments category. Following its public launch in September 2011, it took the startup less than 3 years to achieve a valuation of over $1 billion. And today, the company is valued at $95 billion, making it the most valuable fintech company in the US and the second most valuable in the world. According to Crunchbase, Stripe has raised over $2.2 billion across 14 rounds of venture capital funding, which is more money than it requires, making it a highly capital-efficient company. The Collison brothers' net worth has increased to $11 billion each as a result of this. While Stripe does not disclose its revenue, it claims to process more than $200 billion in transactions per year. It charges a fee of about 2% for both SME and enterprise accounts, putting the company's annual revenue at around $4 billion. So, is Stripe the world's leading payment platform? Stripe is currently available in 42 countries and can accept payments from anywhere on the planet. Moreover, Stripe's recent funding will be used in part to fuel global expansion, demonstrating that the company is ready to scale up when the digital financial revolution arrives. Stripe has become the default payment method for businesses all over the world, which is reason enough to believe that it will remain relevant in the internet age. So, with this kind of success and the fact that so many investors have shown so much interest in Stripe, it is a sign that the company has a huge future ahead. Moreover, it is pretty safe to assume that it is the world's leading payment platform, despite having a competition with PayPal, Adyen, and Square. If you found this video informative and enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the comment section below. We will be happy to answer them for you. Thank you for watching.